Says we have no sound.
See, that's hello.
No.
Yep. We are.
Hey. We good now? Let us know. Can you guys hear us?
Are we echoey?
Yes.
All right, cool. All right, let's redo the intro. Hold on. Let's do this real quick. 3, 2, 1. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. Welcome, everybody, to the Bead Places Live Party. I'm Alex.
I'm Abby.
Welcome on in, everybody. Welcome back. There are a lot of you. Thank you. Before we get started, though, make sure to like the page, heart the video, and share it across the interwebs to let folks hear the good news.
Hello. As Alex was saying, we are working with a new setup to make things a little bit more crispy clear for you guys. So let us know how sound is in chat. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alex.
Well, I do. I am the loudest.
Can you hear me say bananas?
Y'all just got to talk louder. Can't hear the ladies.
Say Becky if you can hear Becky. Can't hear the ladies, Annie says.
Okay.
Hold on. It's because we're doing this.
That's Tracy. Hi, Tracy. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, Ryan Stevenson.
It's because it's using this mic, I think.
Right.
Y'all just got to talk louder.
Can you hear me now? I'm talking loud.
Say some stuff, guys.
Hey, Becky,
All right.
People.
Here we go. I got an idea. Let's do this.
That's so weird. What's he doing? Very soft.
We're fixing it.
We are trying.
Had to stage.
What?
So.
Oh, yeah.
We don't normally have these problems,
Gentlemen and everybody else.
There we go. Okay, now try.
Hello.
Unplugged.
We're unplugged.
Can you guys hear us now?
The bead
Oh,
place.
what a mess.
Unplugged. Nice ceiling. I can hear you now, Becky. Hi, Tracy.
Yeah, they can hear us now. Just
Excellent. Okay, good deal.
And Carrie is here.
Oh,
Eddie. Hi,
so
Eddie.
we can go back to face cam or hand cam the way it was.
Hand cam.
Okay, good deal.
I got a manicure just for today. You guys are all special.
All right.
We'll do that. All right. Can you hear us now? Abby, Becky, say something.
Hello.
We're going to have so much fun tonight. I have some fun stuff to show you.
We did it.
Excellent.
Oh my goodness.
Cool things to talk about.
What a way to break the ice.
Carol. Hi, Carol. Hi, Cynthia.
What we were saying was that we are working with new equipment setup. So thanks for
And that's
bearing
our
with
story,
us.
and we're sticking to it.
Well, we are. So good deal. Welcome, everybody. Becky, not to make you nervous, but we have over 50 people watching us right now.
Holy cow.
That's exciting.
Thank you for watching us.
Yes. So, as Becky was saying earlier, not sure if you were able to hear her or not, but normally things go a little bit more smoothly around here.
We pinky promise.
We're professionals.
Not always, but normally. So tonight, what we are going to be doing is we are hosting our very own Becky Bokern. So she is a fabulous jewelry maker. She's a fabulous fiber artist, and she is also a super talented paper craft designer. And so tonight, what we're going to do is we are going to show
Hi, Alex's mom.
Becky's.
Terry said smoothly, right.
Hi, Terry.
We're going to show Becky's tips and tricks for the world famous temperature projects. So if you're unaware of what a temperature project is, basically the general idea, the general idea is that you make a project, whether it's a piece of jewelry or a knitted or crocheted project or pointillism, whatever you're into, but you change the color or change the bead based on what temperature it was that day of a certain year. So we talked in December, at the end of December, about the ways that I like to do my temperature projects. We showed off Becky's awesome knitted temperature project piece. If you missed that show, you can go ahead and watch the replay either on YouTube or on Facebook. But tonight, Becky's going to show off her fabulous tips and tricks for how to do it, because her way is a lot more organized than my way. To be
I like organization.
So before we get started, I would like to ask all of you to make sure to follow our page. And if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube. And also, if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and like us on Facebook and vice versa and all that. And welcome. We are so glad to have you along with us for this creative ride this year. So we've got a lot of really fun things planned. And I'm super happy that we're kind of kicking off this year with hosting Becky, who is one of the most creative artists that I have ever met. So Alice, if you wouldn't mind switching over to Becky's hand cam.
Hi, everybody.
Let's do it.
Hi.
Okie doke.
So today we're going to talk about, I got a manicure for you guys. Look at that.
Wow.
Gorgeous.
We're going to talk about my beaded temperature bracelet. You might be saying, that's not a bracelet, Becky. That is huge. Well, it is a wrap bracelet.
Beautiful. That's awesome.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Clapping emojis.
Yay.
Yeah.
They love it.
Fun colors. So traditionally when people do these, sometimes they'll put like the warmer colors for like the summer months, or like the blues and purples for the colder months. Well, you know, I don't follow the rules. You guys know that. So yeah, breaking the law. So I looked at the temperatures that are most popular around here, which is like 50 through 90. And I
all of them, all the temperatures.
Yeah, literally, you can have the heater on in the same day as the air conditioner here.
It's true.
So I just put my favorite colors during the temperatures that are most popular. So how do you get the temperature for every day? Well, you can go to weather.gov. I believe there's a weather.com. Just do a Google search for past temperatures, temperatures of 2023, something like that. And you will find it. So some people put just the high temperature of the day or just the low. I put 2 beads for every day on this. So I put the high temperature and the low temperature for every day.
That's clever.
So at the beginning, you see the spacer bead right here. I put 1 spacer bead before January. So there's January.
Oh, separate your months.
2 spacer beads, then February, and so on. 3 for March.
That's clever.
That
Yeah.
is so smart, Becky.
And then it gets warmer here, and you see the cool colors because, you know, I'm a weirdo. But yeah, so roll that
Isn't
beautiful
that
bead
smart?
footage.
Barbara says, oh. That's what I said too
Yeah.
when she told me that for the first time. I thought that was so clever, because a lot of people will use number beads, or they'll use number charms to separate it, or even just 1 bead of an accent color or accent type.
Some
in
people
order
don't
to
separate it all.
it. But what Becky did is so clever, because it adds to that kind of color blocked look. But then of course there's additional meaning behind it as well. So I just think that that's super smart.
Oh.
And Becky, I don't mean to take over, but I just want to say something real quick. What Becky is doing on this project, where she's doing the high and the low temperature of each day, this is the first time I've ever seen anyone do that. Normally what I do with mine is I pick the average temperature and I get mine from weather.gov. But you guys, of course, can feel as kind of, what is it, creative as, as possible.
It's your project. You do
Yeah.
whatever you want.
Yeah, you do. Exactly. You do what you want. So with that being said,
Do what you want when you're popping.
yeah, with that being said, you can create these with whatever kinds of beads you want. You can do projects where you have incorporated these seed beads in a way other than just kind of simple stringing techniques.
What do you use for the spacer beads?
Oh, that's a
Ask
great
Suzanne.
question.
Susan?
Susan asks, what do you use for the spacer beads?
You can use whatever you want to. You could even just use a black seed bead if you wanted to. I use
Hello, Lorena.
Tierra Cast 3mm faceted spacer beads.
And Becky, where can they find those?
Beadplace.net
And where can they find the link?
It's
in the
chat.
description.
Yes.
In the description.
Right there.
And if you're watching live, everybody, I want to say I just dropped the link in the chat, so you can click that. And I don't know if we said it yet, but you can use the coupon code TEMP20 to save 20% on seed beads tonight over at beadplace.net.
All the seed beads in the house.
And that's just for
Yay.
tonight's stream for you amazing viewers of tonight's stream.
Yeah.
So go on and get your seed beads.
So, Becky, if it's cool with you, I would love to see the fantastic way that you organize your beads, which I think is so clever and so accessible too. So
Sure. So yeah, this is
Happy as
a
I can.
this is a pill holder from the dollar store. I just took the top off of it, and you can put the top back on if you want to put it away. And you know what? I can use this for next year too, because there's so many colors in the temperature project. You don't use a whole lot of any one color. See, I only used like that much of one color, so I can save all these and use them for next year. So yeah, so the pill box, I put little stickers there for like temperatures that are 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to, you know, and so on. And check this out. I put stickers on both sides
so smart.
of the thing. So if it's sitting like this, I can see the stickers that are here as well as the stickers that are here. Because here in St. Louis, it can be 20 and 70 in the same day.
Literally.
That's
Yes.
not uncommon.
So with that being said, let us know in chat where you're watching from. We would love to see who is the farthest away from our brick and mortar bead store. So we're located in the St. Louis area. We're in a city called Fairview Heights. And which is about 15 minutes away from St. Louis. So let us know in chat where you're watching from. We're very curious. And also,
what was the weather like where you're at?
yeah, I was just gonna say,
Since we're
well,
telling the weather.
Yeah.
well, we're on theme. So there was a comment in chat of someone who wants to say, so the
Hold on.
comment just went up, but I think it was Rhonda asked if we could show how we do the finishing part. So if you could kind of
Knot stuff. Right?
show the class.
Yeah, if you want to get me some tools, I can do it.
Totally.
Yeah, I can demonstrate that for you.
Chain.
That's a good question, Rhonda.
10 minutes from your store. Nice.
Is that Carrie? Hi, Carrie.
Is Jimmy Buffett saying the weather is...
Yeah, so Rhonda from California wanted to know about that. Yeah, I just get me some tools and I can
Anchorage, Alaska, 14 degrees.
I can demonstrate that. Yeah, we have Tammy here from Hawaii also.
Yes.
Yeah.
14 degrees, that's what it's going to be here next week. Probably.
You know, like some people,
This weekend.
like perhaps in Hawaii, I'm not sure, would only use like 50 to 100. They wouldn't need like 10s and 20s. So, you know, but around here we need, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 brackets of temperature because the weather around here is wacky.
Yes.
Do you want to show this real quick and kind of explain to them how they
Yeah.
can set up the temperature brackets?
So here's Abby's little cheat sheet. And I have one too. So yeah, just make a cheat sheet of, you know, what you're using. I wrote down the product number for which colors I'm using. You know, it's on the tube. And I marked like this one is for the 40s and this one is for the 90s, you know, because I like to be organized. I'm one of those crazy people. So,
Before you show off how the finishing is done on these projects, would you mind just showing the difference between the types of size 11 seed beads?
Oh, that's a good
compare
idea.
Yours to
yeah,
mine.
so what I used was just size 11 seed beads.
Do you have crimps, Becky?
And I do have crimps over here.
Okay.
Yep. And what Abby used is delicas, size 11 delicas. These are more uniform. They're guaranteed to be the same size. They are they're more shaped like a cylinder, like a soup can, whereas mine are shaped more like just round beads. What are you laughing at, Alex?
Coral said, "I thought Mother Nature was going through menopause." I didn't see the original comment, but
Mother Nature has her
That
own
part is
opinions for
wrong.
sure.
Flipping white crap 12.5 inches more tonight. I got you.
Oh
That's
my
funny.
gosh.
That's wild.
12.5 inches.
Where?
I don't
Where are you
remember.
I
don't
can't remember where you're
you
from,
live,
Coral.
Coral, but that's too much snow.
Yeah,
That is too
that's a
much
big
snow.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not like a homesick day though, or snow day.
Yeah.
And Abby likes warm colors, so hers has a lot of warm colors in it.
Yeah. Why don't you show your color range? If you want.
Yeah, so these are all the beads I used.
And guys, if you love Becky's colors,
Iowa City.
Becky
wow.
has done an incredible job of listing all
Here.
of the colors and linking all of the colors that she used in the chat. In the video description. So feel free to check out those colors. And the links have the name of the colors in them too. So if you liked the green one but didn't remember which temperature range it was, you should easily be able to figure it out based on her link list.
And you can always message us.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, I chose the muted colors. I don't know how they're coming across, but these are all kind of a muted, not quite pastel, but just muted colors. And I think it's timeless that way. It's just pretty.
Yeah, definitely.
And since we have the most of the green and the blue and the purple, it matches my tattoo. So when I wear it, it matches my tattoo. Yeah.
One thing that I wanted to mention also was that I know we talked a little bit earlier about how you can do other things with your temperature projects. You have what you need?
I think so.
Okay. We have a friend who is from beadshop.com. So her name's Kate Richburg, and she did a stream actually earlier today that included a like a slideshow of all kinds of different projects that their friends and customers have put together along the lines of the temperature project idea. So make sure to go give them a follow, give them a like. Their company name is beadshop.com, and you'll find that stream on either their Facebook page or their YouTube channel. But I caught a glimpse of it this morning before I had to head into work, but it blew me away, the amount of creativity that people have kind of thinking of different ways to use the idea of a temperature project.
Oh, and one other little thing in mine, if you want to, right here, so my normal spacer beads are like a darker color, but I put one right there. That's just a special day for me. You can put your birthday and anniversary, just whatever. So that one right there is different. It's bright silver. So that's that. And you'll notice that I like to use clasps that are like crazy too big for the project, just because it's easier for me to put it on and off by myself. So instead of a jump ring, I used a link. Or because you don't know exactly how long this is going to be, you can put a little bit of chain like this at the end of your project instead of a jump ring. So Rhonda wanted to see me finish off the stuff here. So I don't know why I put beads on it. You don't have to. So at the end of your project, you are going to use 2 crimps. Oh, I was going to say that too. Before you get started with your temperature project, you know, you can work on this daily, or what I did was I saved it all throughout the year And that was my New Year's Eve activity.
Oh, nice.
I spent from like, I don't know, 8 p.m. until like 2:30 a.m. making my temperature project on New Year's Eve. Like, that's what I
Yeah, there we go.
We're
Should be
back.
back.
Let us know. Can you hear us?
Abby forgot to put her phone on,
I did.
and she just got a phone call. So
I
probably
did.
who hit mute.
My bad, y'all.
Say Montana if you can hear us.
Yay, we're back. Thanks for letting us know, Rhonda, Barbara. We appreciate it.
Yay, thank
Good
you.
deal.
Okay, so excuse me, when you finish off your project, you're going to put a lobster clasp at one end. And I used a link instead of a jump ring, but that's just me. I got lucky and it fit perfectly. But if you're not sure if it's going to fit properly, or if it doesn't fit properly because, you know, there's only so many beads in a year, you can put a couple inches of chain at the end to make it adjustable. So I put a seed bead, or not a seed bead, a crimp bead on my wire. And then you're going to cut off a little bit of chain. Just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to use just a couple inches like that. And you put your wire through there. I'm using soft flex beading wire. It is the best wire around. Abby can tell you more specifics about that. So you go ahead and you put your wire through the crimp again like that. So see how that is there. Push it all the way up to your chain or your lobster. I like to leave just a little bit of space in there. I don't know if you can see.
We call that wiggle room around these parts.
Yeah, just so it's not rigid, you know. And then you crimp it. And around here, we like to use what we call the magical crimper. This isn't the crimper that you're used to seeing. This one is magical. So instead of the traditional crimp tool, this one, just put my bead in there. This one is going to make your crimp into a 2mm bead. Smash it in there and you just keep going around and around in circles until it looks like a ball. And almost done. You just go around and around, kind of work at it and play with it. The inside of this tool has like a little ditch that looks like a ball, and that's what it's doing.
So Alex just linked the magical crimper in the chat. So I don't know that we put that on the link list.
No, we didn't.
So you can make sure to check out the link in chat if you feel like you probably can't live without a magical crimper after seeing it now too.
You know, whenever I demonstrate this tool in the shop, 9 times out of 10, people buy it.
Yeah.
It's the best tool ever. It's one of my favorites.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah. It just makes your jewelry look so much more professional, I think. So, viola. There we go.
Viola.
There we go.
Beautiful.
So yeah, and then you do the same thing to the other end with, you know, your lobster clasp. And then you can see on here, that is the end of mine. Oh, it's laying funny. There we go.
We'll bring it down just a bit.
There we go.
Awesome.
Then trim the excess, question mark?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
The end.
Yes. So you would scoot your beads up to here. You'd put a spacer at the end because the spacer would have a bigger hole. But let's pretend that these are spacers. And yeah, you would move your spacer up to the end of here. And then after you put your spacer on, then you trim it. And then if you can see some wire sticking out of your spacer, just slide it down and trim off a little bit more. So it's, you know, hidden inside of your last bead there.
So Margie asks an important question. She asks if the tool can be used with any size crimps. And the answer is no. This crimp or this crimping tool is to be used exclusively with 2x2 crimp tubes, which is the standard size crimp bead anyway. So chances are if you're buying one size of crimp beads and that's all your bead store carries, chances are it's a 2x2, but it works best with high quality crimps. So like the ones you get from us at beadplace.net, or crimps like what your local bead shop would carry. If the crimps are seamed or if the crimps are thin wall rather than thick wall, it might not hold as well, or it might form like, I don't know, an aluminum foil ball rather than a beautiful seamless bead. Everybody's saying great demo.
Yay, thank you. I'm not used to working on a hand cam like this, so I'm doing the best I can here.
Yeah,
Did you
Doing the best I
string your
can here.
beads on the wire from the
the spool.
spool?
That is a very good question. I was going to get around to that. Thank you. So yeah, so normally when I would make a bracelet or a necklace or something, I know that it's going to be, you know, exactly, let's say 8 inches long or 24 inches long. On this one, you kind of don't know how long it's going to be. So I like, for this project, I like to work directly off the spool. So I leave my wire on the spool while I'm working and putting the beads on. And then when it's all done, then I trim it off with my flush cutter. Very good question. Thank you. Does anybody else have any more questions about this?
How long is the wire when you start?
Oh,
That you start with?
Becky just answered that pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm
And
really good at
the-
asking questions right after they've been answered.
The length of your finished project will vary depending on what your recipe is or what your set number of beads are. So Becky was using 2 beads per day. On my project, I used 10 beads per day. So it really just depends on the design that you choose to do. I used 10 of all one color within my color range. Becky did the high and low temp. I did the average temp. So it really is just kind of one of those things where unless you are very math minded, chances are it'll be a mystery.
Art math.
Yeah, when it comes to how long it'll be. So I would highly recommend working off of the spool. And then keep in mind that you are a creative person. You are an artist. So if you get to the end of your spool and you're still going, just figure out a fun way to connect your strands together. You know, these differences in these projects make all of your pieces unique. So don't be discouraged if your initial plan doesn't quite work out the way you wanted. It's just a creative opportunity.
Can we go to Facecam and show off the difference in the size of our projects?
That's a great idea.
Oh my goodness.
So is there a link list of beads and tools that you can use? And the answer is yes.
There's a link list of beads, and I think Alex is working on the list of tools.
So we put the tools that we used in the chat. And then all the beads that Becky used are linked in the description of this video.
Okay, so before we show off the sizes of our projects, I think we're going to need some unicorn power.
Oh, you
Oh,
can't
yeah.
see it. Hold on.
Oh, you can't see it.
Just
Oh,
stuck
no.
down.
Oh, no. There we go. There we go.
Perfect.
Unicorn power.
So Shelly asked, can you use other stringing material besides wire? Yes, you can use whatever you want. We showed some ideas on our last temperature project stream You okay?
I broke my knee.
No, you did not. So we showed some project ideas in our last temperature project stream from before the end of the year, where we were talking about using bead weaving designs. We talked about stringing it on craft wire to do a coiling technique. So lots and lots of different choices for designs and materials. And I'm going to give Alex his chair back.
I was trying to boop your hat.
Yeah, you got a puffball.
Puffball on your head.
All right, there we go. Now you can see the unicorn power.
Now we can see unicorn power. Awesome. So here's my temperature bracelet. You can use it as a necklace. I've worn it as a necklace before. You can even do like a double wrap
Somebody
necklace.
said Becky corn.
Becky corn, yeah.
Carrie said Becky corn. Yeah.
Becky. So here's my temperature bracelet. Here's the size of it. And Abby's going to show you hers.
Sure, yeah. So mine, because I did 10 beads per day, mine is incredibly long. So
It's like a hula hoop.
I know.
Like a jump rope.
So many wraps that I can't even show it all on screen.
These
Literally.
colors are so Abby though.
They
That's
are.
why Abby and I work together so well, because I like the cool tones and she likes the warm tones, and you know,
Yep. We're a good team.
it works out.
So mine, of course, doubled is taller than I am. So it's touching the floor right now and my arm is straight up and it is still, you know, it's tall.
It's going.
So with mine, I like to wear it as like a really big wrap bracelet, or I just kind of do maybe 10 wraps as a necklace. And instead of having a clasp on mine, I just crimped it in a circle. So I overlapped my wires through the crimp. So this one goes this way, this one goes
You
that
look
way.
like you're doing
then
all
I-
those dances.
We do a TikTok dance.
We're voguing.
Yeah. So I just overlapped my wires and I just have one crimp on mine. So there's a ton of different ways that you can do it. Becky's idea with the lobster clasp and chain is probably the most foolproof way to do it, because that little bit of chain, even though it's just a couple inches, really allows you to make it the exact fit for you. And then I did want to mention that if you have trouble with lobster clasps, getting bracelets on and off, I just want to show you something real quick. If you have a bit of chain, actually, I'm going to step a little closer. If you have a bit of chain on the end of your bracelet, what you can do when you wear it as a magnet, or I'm sorry, when you wear it as a wrap bracelet,
Magnets,
not a
how do they
magnet.
go? How do they
Magnets.
work?
So you wrap it like this, and then you grab onto that chain in between your fingers.
Grab onto
Don't
it.
get any water on that.
And then because you're holding the chain, that wrap doesn't want to fly to the other side. So then what you can do is just go in and clasp your bracelet, or of course you can kind of let that bead dangle.
the
So it's a
bangles dangle.
lot easier to
Dangle,
then go
dangle.
in and clasp your bracelet because you have extra length there.
Abby, what website?
And then
What is the website you shared that keeps
It's
up with
on.
the temperature in different parts of the country?
I like weather.gov. Is that the one that you use?
I think that's the one I use too. And
Yeah.
you know what? When when I found the temperatures, it's listed by months. So I took a screenshot of each month, and you'll see a whole big graph of like high temperature, low temperature, average precipitation, past average temperature. It's a big graph. So I screenshotted it and then I cropped it. So I'm only seeing the high and the low. That's all I'm seeing. But that cuts off where it says like February or March. So I just went in with my little crayon tool on the phone and wrote February or whatever.
That's smart.
And then when I was actually
That's
beading,
lucky.
yeah, when I was actually beading, I would see, okay, well, on the second there was a 50 and a 70. I put them on, and then I put a dot using the crayon tool on the phone. I put a dot or a line through the temperatures that I just put.
Donna, we switch back and forth. Carrie asks, were the orange tones from the summer? If so, I'm feeling it. Yeah, I mean, you can color coordinate them however you want.
Yeah, people traditionally do put like the oranges and reds during the warmer months, but I like cool tones better, so I used the cool tones for most of mine because we're mostly warmer. So there's more cool tones because I did it backwards. Does that make sense? Did I say it right?
I think so.
So yeah.
Makes sense to me. And I don't even know anything.
Yeah, and guys, if purple is your favorite color and you want to do all of the beads different shades of purple, that's fine. You don't have to do, like what Becky's saying,
Yeah.
you don't have to do blue for winter, orange for summer.
Yeah.
You can do them all, whatever your heart desires.
11 different shapes of colors of purple.
Mine would be blue and black, the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, mine has a lot of contrast, but you don't have to. You can do all one
Can you
shade or
use
something.
the wire for 8/0 or 6/0 beads? Or
Yeah.
thicker
Yes.
Yeah, we
Yes.
recommend if you're using Jewelers wire to use medium
Hello.
soft flex, and that has a 26-pound weight test. So you could use the heaviest gemstones you want,
ones ever.
and it'll still be a strong enough wire.
Just use boulders.
But it's flexible enough that you can use these itty bitty seed beads, and it's still gonna feel like soft silk.
I use size 11, but you can use size 8, 6s, whatever you want. Just keep in mind, the bigger your bead, the longer your project is going to be because they take up more space.
Yep.
But yeah, you can use whatever you want. Hey, I just noticed there are 69 people watching and only 28 hearts and likes.
Oh yeah, you guys, what's the deal with that? You don't love us?
Smash that like button.
I want to see more thumbs and hearts.
There
Becky,
we go.
you're a
Look,
professional
immediately
streamer
we
now.
got it.
I watch way too many streams.
So, guys, speaking of, let's get some hearts in chat for Becky because this is what, your second stream with us? No, third. Right?
Yeah.
And this is your first one where you're leading things.
Yes.
So I think you're doing a
Thank
phenomenal
you, Barbara.
job.
Barbara
Yeah.
smashed it.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, they're coming in. Look, we got 40 now.
Yeah, thank you everybody who's watching.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate everybody. And
Cool.
again, I'm gonna put the link to the not that.
The seed beads, go to shop and then go to category seed beads.
Nah, I'm gonna do it my way.
Pew.
If you do it with the search, it'll pull everything in that has seed beads in it, though. So if you go to the category, it'll be a more accurate.
You're right.
Yeah,
So
I know.
shop.
I know it's terrible.
It's almost
when I'm
like you
right.
know
It's almost-
your shop better than me.
So,
Here they are.
one other thing that we should mention about how wonderful Becky is. Alex, are we on hand cam? Let's switch over to hand
We're
cam.
going to talk
being the main
all
view.
about how wonderful Becky is.
Yeah, let's chat about that. So another thing that makes Becky so wonderful is that she is a fabulous mixed media artist. She is a fabulous paper craft artist. She makes the most beautiful art prints, and out of those art prints, she makes the most beautiful beads. So she's going to show you some really cool things that she does, and then it's kind of a sneak peek about what's happening next week. So if you are in the know about what's happening next week, let us know in chat.
Yeah,
This will be a
get
little
your-
game. Who's the first person to tell us what's happening next week? Who's going to get
Did you see it on Facebook?
it?
It's on Facebook.
It's also on the screen right now.
Oh, is it?
So not the but just these. Do you want to pull those down and just kind of start? Because
Yeah.
comments are a little delayed sometimes.
I like to gel print. I don't know if you've heard of a
Somebody.
gel plate making
Well,
gel
yes.
prints. And I use those gel prints to make paper beads.
Good guesses, everybody. People are either saying bead extravaganza or paper beads.
So yes.
Which yes.
Extravaganza is
Both
coming up. Yeah, this is Abby's project for the next extravaganza. It's gorgeous. I
things.
love
Oh,
it.
yeah, thanks for mentioning.
Yeah, you can show it in its entirety a little bit later, I
Okay,
guess.
sure.
Yeah, so I like to make paper beads.
Back over
And
this.
my favorite way to make paper beads is from the gel prints that I make. So something like this, you cut it up and make this.
So one thing that I think is super cool about Becky is not only does she make these prints, but she actually makes the stencils. And Becky, do you want to tell them something cool about what just happened?
Cool. Yeah. So I am now a, which camera are we on?
Hand cam.
We're on
If you
hand
just
cam.
want to show them on hand cam. That'll
Yeah.
probably be the best
So-
way for them to see since we're doing
So
it.
I designed stencils for PM Artist Studio. I don't know if you can see the glare there. Yeah. So my new design is called Warped Stars. It's there. And here's the actual stencil. I designed that. You can go to pmartiststudio.com if you want to check out my stencil and
And guys, that's
buy my
linked.
stencil.
So her stencils just launched on their website. That link is in the chat below. I'm sorry, the description below. And Becky has an exclusive coupon code for her friends and fans. So you can use coupon code BeckyFan10 to receive 10% off this stencil.
Yeah, they have over 400 stencils there. It's amazing. So yeah, here's some of the prints that I made with my stencil. This one's shiny, shiny.
Who in chat is already familiar with PM Artist Studios?
Smash
I
that
feel like we've
button
got a
if you
lot
know
of
what
Becky's
that
friends and Becky's fans in chat already. So Shelly Webb says, Becky, what's your website? Where can people find you and follow your content other than here on our screens?
You can go to my Instagram. It's a kind of hard one to say out loud, but Alex can put it in the chat. It's Tafka Becky 23, TAFKA BECKY 23.
And then do you want to tell them what TAFKA stands for, just so that it's easier to remember that acronym?
The artist formerly known as Becky, TAFKA Becky 23, because I like Prince quite a bit.
Yeah.
So that's me. Yeah, you can check me out on Instagram. I post my mixed media, papercraft, artist trading cards, my paper beads, my beading, my knitting, anything creative, some acrylic pour painting, anything creative that I do, I post on there, as well as when I go to the shelter where I volunteer and socialize the kitty cats. So art and kitty cats. Can't get any better than that.
Becky, would you mind picking up a couple of the beads that you're going to be showing next week? And then that way they can get an idea of what they can expect to learn from you next week.
Sure. So sometimes I just make little ones like this.
There we go.
These are some of the bigger ones. You know, it's fun just to mix the papers up.
Shelly asked, does Becky have a YouTube channel?
I do not.
Gotta get on it.
I do not. I was thinking about starting one. We'll see.
The people want it. They
Well,
demand it.
We'll have to see about that. How many comments can I get? How many likes can I get? And I'll think about starting a YouTube channel.
Yeah, let us know in chat if Becky should start her own YouTube channel.
We'll see about that.
We're still trying to twist her arm. You can check her out on our streams. But let's kind of, I don't want to say bully her into it, but let's twist her arm.
Tracy says yes. Becky, start a YouTube channel. Do it.
I'll-
Becky says Saji.
I'll think about it, Tracy and
Becky Unleashed. the
Sarah.
YouTube series.
Oh yes, Eddie, that's a good idea. Becky Unleashed. Do it, Becky, says Lygia.
Thumbs up, says Carrie.
Awesome.
So next week, Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central, you can come back here wherever you're watching us on, and you can learn Becky's tips and tricks for making, in my opinion, the most beautiful paper beads in the entire world. So these are not your kindergartner's paper beads, let me just tell you. So
This one
Becky-
is shiny. This one's gold.
Saji, we are streaming on not only YouTube, which looks like where you're watching, but we're also streaming on Facebook. So a lot of the comments we're responding to will be on, Facebook or
Different
on YouTube.
locations.
So different
Yeah.
platforms. So that's why you can't see it, but we can see all of them. So
Yeah, and if you want to see more comments, maybe head over to Facebook, because it looks like that's where the
That's where it's
majority of
popping
people
off.
are watching.
Bianca's
from.
on there. Hi, Bianca.
Hi, Bead. So Margie asked, what do you make with the paper beads?
I should bring in one of my bracelets next
Yeah.
week. Yeah. I
Um,
like to make bracelets. You can make earrings. The weird thing about earrings, though, is, as you probably notice here, none of these are identical. So if you make them for earrings, you got to settle for like almost identical. But that's the fun part about it too. I mean, I'm a weirdo. I would make these two into a pair of earrings, but that's just me. But yeah, I like to make bracelets mostly.
I'm also going to link a kit in chat. If you guys don't know, the Bead Place has a ton of kits that have all the materials that you need to create the project. And so the kit that I'm linking is the Kushikuru project, which actually features paper
Hi,
beads.
Bianca.
So it'll give you an idea of kind of how some of these paper beads can be used in jewelry. But with Becky's beads, in my opinion, they're beautiful focal beads on their own. You could mix together lots of different colors of them, or you could just use one as a beautiful focal bead.
This could be a
center of the
pendant.
necklace.
Yeah, this could be a pendant.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. So, yeah, Barbara says focal. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing is, if you're not into jewelry making yet, what you can do is, that one's my favorite.
You can see music notes on this one.
Bring it down just a
I
there you
did
go.
gel printing on a piece of sheet music, and you can see
Oh,
the
that's
little
cool.
music
Yeah, I
note
see
right
that.
there. Yeah, you can see music on
That's
it.
dope.
So if you're not into if you're not into jewelry making quite yet, the easiest way, in my opinion, to get into making jewelry is by making stretchy bracelets. So Alex is going to link in chat a product called Stretch Magic, which is
Yeah, I am.
the
I knew that she was going to say that.
yeah, which is the stretch cord that I think works really well for paper bead projects.
Yeah, we love the stretch magic.
Yeah, and then another way that you can kind of dress up your paper beads without really needing to purchase a whole lot of materials is just to get some seed beads and just put some seed beads in between your paper beads.
I like to put delicas, like this kind of bead between it, but sometimes the paper beads have bigger holes, so you have to use bigger beads. I use crystals and check glass, all kinds of stuff.
There's the Stretch Magic link. Y'all can go.
It's my
check that
favorite
out.
one. Check out that one.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, the center color on there, that is from a print with another one of my stencils too.
Becky, would you be comfortable just kind of showing off some of the cool papers that you make, just to give folks kind of a sneak peek at some of the art that it turns into these paper beads?
Sure. Yeah, you saw the stars. That is from my Warped Stars stencil, sold on pmartiststudio.com.
I'm going to
And
bring it up just a little bit, if that's okay with you, so
Yeah.
there's more room to show.
Are you ready for some sparkle? Oh my goodness.
Sparkle.
Sparkle,
love the
sparkle.
From Tom Shank. No.
And these are all using stencils on pmartiststudio.com.
So if folks want to gather materials ahead of time so that when you show them exactly how to make these beautiful beads next week, what are some of the basic materials, Becky, while you're showing these artworks? What are some of the basic materials that they should grab? You don't have to spill all your secrets tonight. But
Just some fun paper. You can use magazines. You can use paper towels. You can use just any papers you have laying around. You can scribble on a piece of paper with a marker and then cut it up. And I'll show you how to cut it up. You can use any paper you want to. So you need paper. I use Mod Podge. You can use Elmer's glue. Anything you want to.
Marcy says, are these done with gel plates?
Yes, they are done with gel plates. Yeah. Gel plating is so fun. Maybe one day I'll do a demo of gel printing. We'll see. Who'd like to see that?
Yeah, let us know in chat if that's something you guys would be interested in. So Barbara says, can't you use magazines? Yeah, totally.
You can use magazines. You can use anything you want to.
Wallpaper even.
You could color a page of an adult coloring book and tear that out and cut it up for this.
Yeah.
You just need some colors because, you're going to see a lot of different colors in there. I like to mix it up. So check this one out. That one's fun.
I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit so that we're back
Yeah.
kind of where you were. Are you able to see like where your field is? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Yep.
Okay, we're good.
So, yeah. Ooh, this one's fun. Check that out.
That one's my favorite.
Yeah.
Slide it over this way just a hair. There you go.
Yeah. You don't even have to do a shape. You can just do grunge. Look at that grunge. fluorescent colored grunge. I love it.
So one thing that really kind of surprised me was actually how much paper goes into these little beads. So a lot of people think that this is a good way to use up your scrap paper, but yes and no. Becky is going to kind of show you ways to combine papers next week, but there is a lot of paper that goes into these beads.
These two bigger ones right here use almost an entire 8 by 10 sheet of paper from a gel print.
That is wild.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. This one, check this one out. So there's a stencil in the background, but then the circles is it is the spine of a here it is. It's this. It's the wire.
No way.
Yeah. So I just when there was paint on my plate, I just
Becky.
sound effects.
That's so clever.
Yeah.
So guys, if you're a jewelry maker and this is your first kind of venture into paper craft, you already have a lot of the materials that you might need in order to make things like this. Don't think that you need a ton of stencils or a ton of stamps or paint brushes or anything. That's incredible that you made that pattern out of a softlook spool.
Yeah.
You need to post that in their Facebook group. That would be so cool.
I will. This one, I did this on well, I had some sheet music. How did I do this? I don't know. I had some sheet music. It was an image transfer. And so, you can see this sheet music there.
Marcy says, I used my grandson's matchbook car wheels for a print. That's clever too.
Cool.
Yeah.
You can use a toothbrush. You can use whatever. Just a bottle cap.
Awesome.
Anything you want to. This one, check that one out.
That's pretty. So Shelly says, do you seal your beads with Mod Podge?
I do use Mod Podge, yes. You can use anything you want to, but I like Mod Podge.
Yeah, guys, if you have diamond glaze from previous projects with us, that's something that's similar to Mod Podge. So if you don't have Mod Podge at home, feel free to experiment. Of course, Becky's favorite is Mod Podge, so definitely use that if you have it. But
any clear glue will work.
Yeah. I mean, people used to make paper beads just with Elmer's glue.
You can do that, yeah.
And Becky will kind of get into
Yeah.
why using some of the more specific art geared glues
Yeah.
and adhesives might be a better choice.
So yeah, supplies would be paper, any kind of paper you want. Some adhesive. I keep all of my things in cigar boxes. So I'll show you my supplies. When I do it, you need a dowel of some sort. I just use knitting needles. Or you can use a bamboo skewer, pencil, anything you want, really. You can use the edge of a paintbrush, just anything round that you want to do it on. I just have a mix of different DPNs, the knitting needles to put it on. You can use whatever you want. Supplies. That's about it. Something to stick your thing on, and paper and adhesive. And creativity. That's the most important supply.
Cynthia says, did you use a shoe print on one of those?
No, but you could. That's a good idea. Is this the one that you were talking about for a shoe?
I think maybe the one that you had on screen when I read that comment. That kind of looked like a shoe print.
This one?
Yeah. Doesn't that kind of look like a shoe print? Like just shoe stamped over and over?
Yeah. This stencil here is Wonky Railroad by PMR Studio. The one here you'll see is one that I've designed that hasn't been released yet. It's called Crazy Eyes. There's a bunch of stencils in here. I just like to layer them up and do funny stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm so excited to see your creative process when putting these beads together. I've made paper beads a few times and they never, ever, ever come out anywhere near as good as your beautiful beads. So I'm really excited to see your process next week.
Yeah.
So guys, if you are not yet subscribed to us on YouTube, before Becky makes her YouTube channel.
Right.
You'll have to watch her on mine.
We'll see about that.
So go ahead and subscribe to us, and then you can sign up to get.
I know a guy who does great thumbnails on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Doesn't charge much either.
You can make sure to sign up to get notified when we go live next week. Make sure to follow us on Facebook at the Bead Place. Join our Facebook group. It's just the Bead Place Facebook group. And then you can use coupon code TEMP20 to save 20% off on seed beads at beadplace.net. You can use coupon code BeckyFan10 to save 10% off these stencils at pmartiststudio.com. And also, Bead Extravaganza is this weekend, so join us Friday night for the preview party. We will share the stream if you're not aware of what the Great Bead Extravaganza is. It is a quarterly virtual bead show that we participate in. There is a whole weekend of hour-long presentations from some of your favorite jewelry making designers and companies. And I believe Alex is going to link that.
I'm gonna try.
Alex is going to link the page and the group, or I'm sorry, the page or the group, whichever he gets to first. So make sure to go ahead and join that because it is an incredible value. There's giveaways. Our presentation is on Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Central. But of course, you can check out preview night on Friday. And that is also at 7 p.m. Central. And preview night is cool because it's kind of like a meet the teachers event. You get to see a little bit of everything of what everybody has in store for the weekend. It is super fun. Yeah, Barbara says TGBE is fun. Yes. Cynthia says, I bought your bracelet. Well, thank you. What colorway did you get? We have
Trish
5
said-
different colorways this time around.
Trish said, great job, Becky. Heart.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, great job, Becky. And once again, let's do some more hearts in chat for Becky because she has just done a fabulous job of showing you guys all these cool techniques.
Round of applause.
And I'm super stoked for next week.
Smash that like button to give Becky some hype in chat.
Yeah, and another thing, Becky moderates our Facebook group as well. And she's always posting some cool stuff in there and participating in the conversations. So if you're watching this now, we would love it if you guys would go right to our Facebook group. Right after this, Alex is going to work on grabbing the link.
He is.
And
He is, yeah.
and he's going to post
Sure
it in
is.
chat for you guys. So as soon as this stream is over, go over to our Facebook group.
Here it is.
And-
it's right around the corner. It's
And share a picture of something that you have made recently.
right here it is.
And it
there
doesn't-
it is.
It doesn't
Click that
have to.
link.
It doesn't have
Do
to.
it now.
It doesn't have to be a jewelry project. It can be whatever you want. If you are one of Becky's friends or fans and you are a paper artist, you can post a picture of one of your prints or a stencil you've designed, an art journal.
We just want to see what you're doing.
Yeah, we would love that. And then it will let us know that you know, you're on Facebook. You were watching this stream either on YouTube. So now now we're friends in our Facebook group.
We like new friends.
Yeah. So make sure to check out Becky's stream next week, 7 p.m. Central.
Right here.
Right here.
Same time, same place.
Becky, did you have anything else that you wanted to say before we let everybody go to our
Good night.
Facebook group? And
I don't think so. Is there any more questions from the chat? I don't know.
everybody's saying great job.
Yeah. Thank you for showing up, everybody.
Yes. Thank you, everybody.
It means a lot.
Before we go, make sure to use that coupon code tonight. It's TEMP20 at beadplace.net to get 20% off all your seed beads. And that's just an exclusive offer from us to our viewers of the stream tonight.
Yep.
Becky did a great job.
Terry says she loves your hair, Becky.
Oh, thank you. It's new. It's a new haircut.
Yay! Awesome.
When we clap, we always clap like Animal Crossing characters.
Yeah, we all put Animal Crossing there.
But yeah, thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you this Friday, hopefully.
Let's keep this party going over in the Facebook group. I would
Yeah.
love to see this kind of creative conversation continue.
Right?
Post
Meow.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, right. Meow.
Yeah.
There you go.
But make sure to like, comment down below if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, all that fun stuff.
And share the content wherever
Share
you think
it,
anybody
yes.
might appreciate it.
We appreciate you. We'll see you Friday for Great Bead Extravaganza and all that fun stuff.
Bye, guys.
Catch y'all on Flippy Flap.
Thank you. Thank you, Becky. This was fun.
Thank you.
See ya.